Year of thanks? Challenge accepted. Okay, picture this, me, a notebook, and a promise to write something good about every single day for a whole year. A year, people. I know, right? Sounds crazy. Like, what if my bagel falls butter side down? What if my show gets canceled? But hey, I'm all about trying new things, even if it sounds like something my therapist would suggest. Don't tell her I said that. So, I grabbed a sparkly pen, because why not? And decided to give this gratitude journal thing a shot. Day 1, woke up, breathed, didn't trip over the dogs. Boom, gratitude achieved. See? Easy peasy, or so I thought. Little did I know, this gratitude journal was about to take me on a wild, hilarious, and surprisingly heartwarming ride. Stay tuned, folks, because this is where things get interesting. My pen froze. What's good about today? It's a question that can sometimes feel like a challenge, especially when the day hasn't gone as planned. Let's be real, some days were tougher than others to find things to be grateful for. It's easy to get lost in the chaos and forget the little things that bring joy. There I was, staring at my notebook like it held the answers to the universe, hoping for some magical insight to make everything better, while my brain was playing a never-ending loop of everything is terrible highlights. It felt like a mental battle I couldn't win, like the time my car got towed, in the rain. It was one of those moments where everything seemed to go wrong, while I was wearing my favorite shoes. They were completely soaked and I felt utterly defeated. Not exactly a recipe for gratitude, right? It felt like the universe was conspiring against me. But the rule was no complaining, so I had to dig deep. I had to find something, anything to be thankful for. Turns out, even on the crappiest of days, there's always something to be grateful for. It might not be obvious at first, but it's there. Maybe it's the kindness of a stranger, a small act that restores your faith in humanity. A warm cup of tea, offering comfort and warmth in a moment of need, or the fact that my dogs still love me, unconditionally, no matter how grumpy I am. Even when I'm being a total grump. Their loyalty and love are unwavering. The point is, this journal forced me to look for the good, to search for those silver linings, even when it felt impossible. It was a practice in shifting my perspective. And you know what? It started to change things. Slowly but surely, my outlook began to shift and I found more reasons to smile. Surprises hiding in plain sight. The funniest part about this whole gratitude journal thing, it's how it sneaks up on you. It was like I suddenly put on a pair of magic glasses that revealed all the amazing things I'd been missing before. These glasses didn't just show me the big, obvious things, but the tiny, everyday moments that I had overlooked. Suddenly, I noticed the way the sunlight hit the trees in my backyard, casting beautiful patterns on the ground. The sound of my wife Portia's laugh, which felt like music to my ears, and the simple joy of a good cup of coffee warming my hands and my heart. Things I'd totally taken for granted before were now filling me with this unexpected sense of joy. It was like discovering hidden treasures in my daily life. One day I was feeling super stressed about work, deadlines looming over me like dark clouds, and I was ready to throw in the gratitude towel. Yes, I have a gratitude towel, don't judge. It felt like everything was going wrong. But then, I saw this little kid dancing in the street with his headphones on, completely oblivious to the world around him, completely lost in his own world. His joy was so pure and infectious, and you know what? It made me smile. It was a reminder that joy can be found in the simplest of moments. It reminded me to let loose, have fun, and not take life so seriously. Sometimes we just need to dance like no one's watching. That's the thing about gratitude. It pops up in the most unexpected places. It's always there, waiting to be noticed even in the midst of chaos. Turns out, gratitude is my jam. Okay, I'll admit it. This whole gratitude journal thing actually started working its magic on me. Who knew, right? I was skeptical at first, thinking it was just another trend. But I decided to give it a shot, and boy, was I in for a surprise. It wasn't always easy, but over time I started to notice some pretty awesome changes. At first it felt like a chore, something I had to remind myself to do. But gradually it became a habit, a part of my daily routine that I actually looked forward to. For starters, I felt happier, like genuinely happier, not just the surface level kind of happy, but a deep, contented happiness that seemed to permeate my entire being. All that focusing on the good stuff really started to rub off on me. I found myself smiling more often, even on days that were tough. I was less stressed, more patient, and way more likely to dance in the grocery store aisles, much to the amusement of everyone around me. But the biggest surprise? I started to feel a sense of lightness, like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I started to appreciate the little things more. The small, seemingly insignificant moments that I used to overlook became sources of joy. The everyday moments that I used to rush through were now filled with this newfound sense of wonder and gratitude. I began to savor my morning coffee, enjoy the sound of birds chirping, and even find beauty in the mundane. It was like someone hit the pause button on my life and said, "Hey, pay attention to this. It's pretty great." And you know what? They were right. Life is pretty great when you take the time to notice it. So, are you writing a gratitude journal or what? So, what's the moral of this story? Well, besides the fact that I clearly have too much time on my hands, it's that gratitude, even when it feels forced or cheesy, can seriously change your life. It's not about ignoring the bad stuff because let's face it, life is full of that too. It's about choosing to focus on the good, the beautiful, and the things that make you smile, even when you feel like frowning. So if you're looking for a way to spice up your life, try keeping a gratitude journal. You might be surprised at what you discover. And hey, if you need me, I'll be over here, dancing with my dogs and being grateful for every single moment.